Go. You
Hi,
can start.
Ryan.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to the Talk to the Entity Taster. We've got the potent Ryan tea on air in Spain.
In Spain.
Woohoo! Take off your shirt. Just kidding.
You have to make me do it. Is that all? I thought you were going to do some introduction.
Would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like me to introduce you?
You can introduce me. You can introduce me better than I introduce myself. So you do it.
Okay, so Ryan T is super potent. I met him from the 7-day Malaysia event, and he's one of the few people that I met that I couldn't find the edge of their being, their energy being, and which is interesting. And he did a swap with me, and he saw a lot of things that I wasn't aware of, and a lot of people were not aware of about entity and portals. And pretty much that's where I got interested in this class and this telecall. And hence the class is created.
Yes, and where will the class be?
Oh, in Adelaide.
South Australia.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a 2.5-day class from the 8th of September to
10th.
10th of September. We're talking about bleeding time and space.
You're having too much fun. You don't even remember the date.
So if anyone don't know South Australia, that's where Adelaide is. That's where the most beautiful wineries are. And if you're into red wine, Shiraz, sparkling wine, come and play with us. It's gonna be really fun. Yeah.
Okay, enough of introduction. I'm bored, so bored. I need to start right away. So,
All right,
hi everyone.
Shut up.
Yes, shut up. So, thanks for joining this call. And my name is Ryan. I'm from Malaysia. So this is quite an international call. Malaysian doing this call in Spain with hosts from Australia, with people from all over the world. Wow, thank you all. So pick my brains. Whatever you want to know about ghosts, spirits, entities, you can ask. So there's no question that you cannot ask. I'm happy to go wherever that you need to go. We want to go. We want to know. Okay.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a crazy story, but it's true. My husband died in 2008, and he was, wow, what a potent creator he was. Mm-hmm. So he overdosed on 150 tablets of Vicodin, which is like an opiate, right? Mm-hmm. And I now know, after taking a Talk to the Entities class and, blah, 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 that my father, who was in spirit and out of a body, was part of who helped kill him. Well, not really, because obviously it was his choice. But my father was from Sicily. Very powerful man, very short man, but very powerful and very protective. And he didn't like the way my husband was treating me. Mm-hmm. So he pretty much bullied him into like crazy land. So I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about responsibility for like actions and like talk to entities and how it all, I know that's a big question, but wherever you want to go.
It's a super big question, but I can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, so we always have the perception like the entities can affect us, that they can do something to us. But is this true? Not necessary. Unless you love to make yourself powerless, you love to make the entities, the spirit world, the demons or whatever, more powerful than you. That is how it happens. That is how you make yourself like vulnerable. I don't like to use the word vulnerable, but I know you get what I mean. So this is how people like have so much misconception about ghosts, spirits, and those things. We think that they are more powerful than us. We think that they can do things that we don't know. But as an infinite being, can they really do things that we don't know? No. It's when we make ourselves powerless, we cut off our awareness, we don't want to be aware of the ghosts, and we think they are scary. Well, of course, your points of view creates your reality. So if you think they are scary, yes, they will show up as something scary. And if you think they are bad, they can do all crazy things, hurt you. That's what happened. So I come from a place, well, I come from Asia. You know, in Asia, ghosts are everywhere. Okay, there are a lot more ghosts here than the Western world. And so when I grew up, for my entire life before Access, I hate all these things. I hate all these topics. And why? Because everywhere that I look left, I look right, I look around, everyone is telling all kinds of stories, everything that is so, I know that it's not true, but then I don't know what else is possible. So I just know that they are just telling some bullshit. They are talking about ghosts, how they got hurt, how ghosts are scary. I was like, this cannot be true. So what happened was that I cut off my ability with entities. So I decided like, okay, I have enough of all this bullshit, all this superstitious stuff. Then after I started Access, I don't even know how, but suddenly, well, I started Access 6 years ago. And then the Talk to the Entities class was one of the very first few classes that I took. And this is so crazy. So I didn't believe in ghosts. And then I was taking Talk to the Entities class. So at first I was like, why am I taking this class? But I just can't ignore it. I can't push it away from me. Every time whenever I see that class, I'm like, okay, I need to do this class. I need to do this class. And then I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts. Why do I want to do this class? And even if I believe in ghosts, why do I want to talk to them? Why do I want to have something to do with them? Right? I'm sure we all have questions like this. But finally, I have all these thoughts like join or not join, join or not join. And then eventually I was like, okay, I will just join the class. And then finally, so I think it was a tele class at the time. And then it was maybe the third call. And then finally, I realized why I joined that class. There was an entity that has been trying to communicate with me for probably my entire life. Wow. So that entity pushed me to this direction so that I attend this class and then I can finally perceive that entity. I can be aware of that entity and then receive whatever that entity want to contribute to me.
Wow.
So you see, entities, they can, of course, they can hurt people. They can be bad, just like there are bad people and there are good people. Entities are basically the same. So they are not scary at all. The only difference between us and the entities are that we have bodies, they don't have. So they don't even have bodies. How can they be more powerful than us? Most people just think that because they don't have bodies, then that means they are more powerful. They can do all the things that we cannot do. So that's not true. But yeah. So after I attended, yeah.
So
what did you?
So thank you so much for that. My father was a very powerful man when he was alive, when he was in a body, and he was like very like a huge pusher of energy and puller of energy and a psychic, and he was incredible, but he didn't know it, and everyone thought he was crazy in his family, and he got beaten by his father because he was a wild boy. He wanted to do it his way, so all of that energy, even as a ghost, oh my God, when he's around, like pictures fall off the walls, and
wow,
it could see, like, he's powerful. He could make stuff. He creates problems with electronics. I mean, when he's upset, when he's frustrated, that man is like a volcano, like even out of a body. He's hysterical, but like, come on.
Yeah, so people that are powerful, people that are brilliant, people that are aware, when they die, when they no longer have a bodies, when they are so-called ghosts, they will become the powerful ghosts, the aware ghosts. So it's the same. So there are ghosts that are really dumb, really unaware, that they don't even know they no longer have a bodies. So in this world, there are actually a lot of entities everywhere, whether you like it or not, whether you see them or not. Every location, everywhere that you go, you can see, you will just find them everywhere. In fact, there are actually more entities than people. But then people always have a lot of misconception, like, oh, there are certain places that there are more ghosts, more spirits, or there are, maybe some people have the point where like they only come out at night, so that at night suddenly they feel spooky, they feel like, oh no, I can suddenly feel all the ghosts. But that's not true. The ghosts are all the time everywhere. They don't experience time like us. They are in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. But because of our points of view is that they come out at night, then we cut off our receiving, we cut off our perceiving, we cannot perceive them in daytime. So you see, this class is about, I think I can say that this is the class that give people the real information, the correct education about the spirit world. So if you have spirits, like for example, like my case, there was an entity that tried to communicate with me, but I have been ignoring him. It actually created some problems for me my entire life, including health problem. So when I grew up, I had asthma. So I had problem with my breathing, but actually that's not true. I didn't even know that. And it was actually the entity tried to communicate with me, and I have no way to deal with that because I couldn't, because I completely cut off my receiving and perceiving and knowing about entities. Then, okay, so back to the story. So I joined the Shannon's Tele class 5 years ago, and I think it was on Con 3. Suddenly I felt the breathing difficulty, like I just couldn't breathe. So I asked Shannon, I said, so I used to have this problem when I was like a teenager, and then after that, I no longer had it. But why in this class, suddenly the exact same feeling came back? And then Shannon asked me a question. So is there an entity? I was like, oh, yes. So the entity was trying to get my attention. This is the entity's way of trying to get my attention. So we always think that entities are bad because they do all kinds of things. They hurt you, or they play with your TV remote control. They switch on your TV, they switch on your aircon or whatever. But why are they doing this? This is the only way they can get your attention. So let's say there's an entity that wants to communicate with you. So entity say, hi Lauren, hi Juan, or whatever. And then, but if you ignore, if you pretend that they are not there, so what do they have to do? They have to be louder. They're like, hi, I'm here. And if you still ignore them, so they have to come a bit closer. They have to tap on your shoulder, ding, 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 hey, I'm here. So that's when you start to feel something. And if you ignore them again, so they have to push you so that you feel even more sensations so that you become aware of them. So entities are not bad. This is their way of getting our attention so that we can finally maybe help them to clear them or receive something from them, or maybe they have a message for us. So this class is about giving you all the information, all the tools, all the techniques so that you learn to deal with them. So if you don't know how to deal with them, it's a problem. So just now you said there are people that are crazy. They are not crazy, but they appear crazy to other people. It's because of they might be seeing a lot of entities, but imagine if you see entities, it's so hard for you to tell other people. When you tell other people, I see ghosts, people are like, what? Are you crazy? So people will think you are crazy. So a lot of people, they have to suppress it. And then they buy into so many points of view from everyone else. People just keep projecting at them like, oh, you're crazy, you see ghosts, or you're hallucinating. So, but what if this is not a wrongness, this is not a problem, but you just have to acknowledge this is your gift, your talents, this is your ability. And once you finally acknowledge it, you can use it to your advantage, you can help yourself, you can help many people, you can even create a lot of money, okay? So that's the basic information of entities.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So
Ryan, we have a few questions.
Yes. Let me go through the questions and see. Are you choosing him? No. How do you know the difference between an entity outside of you or whether you have a multiple occupant walk-in? Entities can be with you or around you. They can also be in the same body with you. So sometimes they attach on people. So people that have a lot of entities, one symptom is that it's very hard for them to make decisions. So when they want to make decisions, so for example, let's say, oh, I want to go to east, and then they will hear another voice, oh, I want to go to west, and then another voice, I need to go to south, and then another voice, I need to go to whichever direction. So it's like let's say there are 4 entities, so including you, there are 4. So what you and 3 other entities, all trying to make decisions at the same time. That's how you have problem making decision. So I'm sure a lot of people have that. It's like it's so hard to make decision. You want to do something and then you think of something else. So when you have things like that, it's usually you have an entity. Not usually. It can be an entity, and then okay. Let me read the question. outside of you, if the entities are outside of you, they might not affect you as much. And then whether you have a multiple occupant walk in, yes, there are a lot of people that are walk-in. Walk-in is something more complicated, so I'm not going into that right now. But it just
Ryan?
means you have multiple entities. Yes.
With the entities, like if you've got some within you, is that perhaps the side of schizophrenia?
Okay, people that are schizophrenia, they are portals. So what does that mean? The portal is like a pathway, so doorway that the entities can go through. They can go in from one door and then go out somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So people that are portals, they deal with a lot more entities. So that's why they are being seen as crazy. They are being seen as schizophrenia, and then it's so hard to help them because they hear entities all the time. They have so many thoughts from so many entities. So, and it's really easy to deal with. You can just find out if they are a portal, and then if they are willing, you can close the portal, which is something you will learn in the class as well. Yeah. And then suddenly things will back to normal. I was a portal too. I didn't even know that. So I was having so much problems. So like 5-6 years ago, my life didn't work, like just complete mess. and I didn't believe in all these things. So for example, let's use demons as an example. So as I said, the entities or demons or whatever, they can affect us. Not necessarily that they will, but they can. I had knee pain for maybe 8 years that time for no reason. No one could ever find out why. I didn't have any accident. I didn't overuse. I didn't have any sport injury. Just a completely strange problem. And then when I attend the foundation class and when the facilitator was clearing demon for me, I felt something like moving inside my knee, click, 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 click. And then suddenly like it changed something for me. I was like, wow, you didn't even have to touch me. You just did the demon clearings and then suddenly something moved inside my knee. So so I'm sure a lot of people have things like that in their life that they have no idea how to deal with, how to change that. So, but with Access Consciousness and this Talk to Entities class, it's about giving you the awareness that you need. It allows you to see things as what it is. So if I didn't have the awareness that it was demons, I would be going to a doctor or maybe some Chinese physicians or chiropractors or whatever, and they can try to do whatever they do. It will give me a relief for like maximum 3 days if I'm lucky, or maybe 3 hours, and then the problem will come back. But once I clear the demons, everything changed. Okay, and then of course after that I did a lot more clearings, a lot more other body process, energy work, and now I'm good. I'm very good, and I just do a lot of sport now that I previously couldn't do. So okay, so I think we can do some clearing processes.
Yeah.
Everyone? Okay, cool. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's play with this. So for all of you here, so ask yourself this question. So, Truth, do you have any entities? Anyone got a yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay! So you think you are afraid of ghosts, but you have them with you all the time. Is this insane? So now let me ask you a different question. So those of you who said yes, so Truth, how many entities do you have? Some get maybe 5, 6, some get less. Yeah.
3.
3, some get more. Okay. So all the entities that you can now let them go. Okay, so with Access, everything is easy, very easy, straightforward. To clear entities, you don't need the cross, you don't need all those funny stuff. It just takes a few seconds. So, wow, someone says 10. Okay, is someone going to break this person's record? Okay, so all of you that are willing to now let all the entities go. So all the entities, True, who are you? True, who are you before that? 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 True, who will all be in the future. All of you can now pack your bag and leave. Bye-bye. Okay. Anyone feel something shifted? Cool.
I had felt a little bit like a sensation in the back where I was moving my neck.
Uh-huh. Cool. So now if I ask you the same question again, so Truth, how many entities do you have now? Is it lesser? Or, cool. So that's how it works. It's so easy to clear entities. All you need to do is just, okay, this is something that everyone can do. You don't need me to do this for you, but once you learn it, you can do it for yourself, for other people. At first you ask, Truth, who are you? So that they become aware of who they are. They're like, okay, so for example, let's say I'm a ghost now, I'm dead. So, oh, who am I? Okay, I'm Ryan. So, and then someone asked me, so Truth, who were you before that? Then I become aware of my previous identity, like my previous lifetime. So let's say now I'm a Malaysian. So previous lifetime, maybe, oh, I'm someone from Australia. Previous lifetime, oh, I'm John from America. Or previous lifetime, oh, maybe I'm Mary from London. So you can be male, you can be female. So with that awareness, it allows me to realize that I don't need to be stuck with one identity. I'm not just Ryan. Ryan is just like one image, one identity that I chose for this lifetime. So you ask them, Truth, who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Like at least 3 times. So they realize they have so many different identities, different paths. Now you ask them, Truth, who will you be in the future? So you're like directing their energy, their attention to the future. So they're like, okay, I don't need to be stuck with this identity or this time and space anymore. Okay, now I can choose something else. So they will go somewhere else. They will just leave. As simple as that. Like what? 10 seconds, if you read it, if you say it really quickly, Truth, who are you? Who will be before that? Who will be before that? Who will be before that? Okay, let me do it one more time. All of you that have entities, who are you? Who will be before that? 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 And who will be in the future? Okay. Oh, even lighter now. Get that? So that's how easy to clear entities. It doesn't need rocket science.
Question.
Yes.
Do you have to, after the clearing, to put the clearing statement afterwards, or it's not necessary?
Clearing statement?
Yes, that right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD ownership. No?
Not
It's just
necessary.
working. Okay.
So we use clearing statement to clear certain stuck energy. So for example, let's say, okay, so to clear entities is that simple, but some people, they might be holding onto the entities. They are like, no, I'm not letting you go. I need you. You are my best friend. So in that case, you can do entities. You can do the clearing statement before you clear the entities. So for example, like, so all of you that have entities that you now would like to let go, but you haven't been able to let go just now. So all the energies that you use to hold onto all the entities and all the entities that you're not going to aware of, that you allow them to be with you in your body and around you, we will now destroy and create all of that. So this is when you say yes, and then I say right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nice, just boys and beyonds. Wow. Get that? Feel the energy? So all the entities that you thought you need, okay, actually you don't need anyone, okay, but if you think you need them, this is how you hold on to them. So all the entities that you think you need, all the entities that you think you cannot live without them, will you please destroy and create all of that? Wow, right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nice, just boys and beyonds. So a lot of people, they have the point of view like, oh, the entities are not leaving. I tried to clear them so many times and then they just not leaving. You have to find out, are you holding on to them or are they holding on to you? Most of the time, we hold on to them. It's always the person that's, the living person that's holding on to them. So for example, some people, maybe they are lovers or maybe their parents pass away and then they are like, they're still thinking about the parents all the time. They're like, Mom, I hope you are okay up there. No, you know, the belief is that the heaven or whatever is always up there. So if you think about them all the time, you are like calling them all the time, you wouldn't let them just go. So that is why they cannot just go away. They're like, oh, my children are thinking about me. They want me. So all the entities that you're holding on to, that you wouldn't set them free for whatever reason, will you please destroy and create all of that? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nice, just boys and beyonds. Really, there are so much energy. Okay, so now again, so all the entities that you can now let them go. Who are you? Who will be before that? 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 Okay, this is a lot better now. Who will be before that? Who will be before that? Who will you all be in the future? Take your back leaves. Cool. A lot more lighter for everyone. I see people yawning. Yeah. So
Hey Ryan,
yes.
what about because I'm originally from New Zealand, and I'm sure it's the same in many other countries, where there's a belief that the spirit form of our ancestors are here to protect us.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you sit with that?
Okay.
Can entities protect us, or
Okay. So now let me ask you this question. So let's say you are now a ghost. Okay. So you are dead. You don't have a body anymore. And after a few generations, so you are now the ancestor. So do you want to be stuck with the job to like protect them, or do you want to have the choice to do whatever you like, or even go somewhere else?
I would prefer the choice myself.
Yeah. So, but if everyone is holding on to those points of view about how ancestors are required, they are needed, and then they are so important, this is how all the living persons, with their cultural point of view, they are holding on to all the entities, all the ancestors now. So there are more more entities all the time, and they cannot leave. I didn't know that the people from New Zealand have this background. I know the Asians make the ancestors so significant. They wouldn't let the ancestors just go away. So,
actually, Ryan, on that, I have a question. Is because we're all infinite beings, so when we leave the body, we're still infinite. It's almost
yes.
like when everyone pray to Archangel Michael or Jesus, like the energy is there. Okay. You can laugh at that. I'm curious. So if the family member is holding on to whoever it is, can they be at multiple places at one time and not be stuck in this dimension?
What do you mean at multiple places at one time?
As in, because they're infinite beings,
Yes.
they are not necessarily stuck in one dimension.
Yeah.
When they're out of the body.
So
are we really holding them back?
So entity by definition is just an energy that can be defined. And so,
okay.
Like for example, so I did an entity clearing for all of you just now, for so many entities that are around you or maybe in your space. So I don't even know how many are there. Well, I know, but not connectively. And I just need to tap into the energy. I can communicate with them. I can clear them. So entities, they can appear at many different places because they don't have physical body, so they can be everywhere. And then you can, if you are in contact with entities, they might not be around you. They can be anywhere, and then you can talk to them because everything is energy.
Okay, so how would we be holding on to ancestors and not allowing them to go?
I think we just make them very busy. We just keep calling them all the time.
And what happens? So if you say that entities are defined, any energy that can be defined. So if the definition is gone with the clearing, so what do they become? Just space, or do they is it something that leaves this world and goes somewhere else, or is it just this definition is gone and it's just energy and disappears, or floats?
Yes, they have a choice to be just space, but this is not something that most people will choose. So normally what happens is, so they have a living body and then they die, and then now they are ghosts, and then they reincarnate, and then they have a body again, and then it just keep repeating. So why people do that? Because if there are things that you're holding on to, of course you will come back. When you get a chance, you will create a body or get a body and then come back. So that's why there are so many entities, because they are not choosing to go somewhere else. They are not choosing to be just space. So, but if you learn all these tools, well, I can tell you this is a big work. So you have to clear everything that you're holding on to. And then if you really can come to a space and a place that there's nothing that you make significant, nothing that you hold on to, that's when you have choice. You don't need to choose to come. You don't need to come back by no choice. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that link into that whole karmic ties thing?
Mm-hmm. What do you want to know about that?
So it was something that popped up in something I was reading about Becamex clearings today. And it was about karmic ties. And I'm wondering if entities are also drawn back because of the karmic ties to, say, another person or that sort of thing. I'm just wondering.
So now question for you is, so is karma real? Or is this a human invention? Okay.
I get human. Yeah.
One thing that I learned from Shannon O'Hara is the founder of Talk to Entities. So one thing that I really love that she said was that if animals don't have it and you human have it, it's human invention. Do you think animals have karma? Do you think they feel bad for what they do or did? No, but we human have that. And again, this is quite a cultural belief. In Asia, people believe in karma. In Western worlds, they don't believe as much in the past, but now they are like buying our shit. we sell our shitty points of view to the Western world.
Yes, you've implanted us all. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, so so just now you mentioned the Becamex. Okay, I will do the Becamex clearing.
Thank you.
You all. Why am I doing this? It has nothing much to do with this Talk to Entities. But so Becamex is one of the latest discovery in Access. It's not something new, but Gary discovered this thing called Becamex many years ago. Okay, I don't know how long, but maybe 20 years or around that time. So at first we thought that Becamex is our body. So Becamex is BHCEEMCS. So it's short form for bodies, head continents, and endeavors, and something else. Basically, we thought that's our body. In the past, Gary would do clearing process, and then I'll ask, will now release that from your Becamex? Will now release that from your Becamex, as if that's releasing it from your body. But now, finally, they had the awareness that Becamex is an entity. So if you let go of Becamex, you let go of a lot of things. So how Gary and Dan discovered this? So Gary has been traveling around the world doing classes all over the world, and sometimes he's tired. So at one point, this is very new information, like 2-3 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. So Dan asked Gary, so is your body tired? And then Gary said, yes. And then Dan said, that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting a no. And then after Gary said yes, and then he was like, okay, why did I say yes? Is there an entity that said yes for me, like on behalf of me? And then it was a year. So Gary was like, wow, I've been clearing entities for so many years. Why there's still another entity? So they look further into it, and then they realized, wow, it's the Becamex. The Becamex is an entity that either we created or we invited, and then to like make us human, we have the Becamex to run our bodies. So if you have Becamex, there will be things in your body that you would like to change that you cannot change. Basically, the Becamex is like an autopilot system. Lock you into this reality, make you stuck in this reality, you cannot create beyond this reality, and you have all the problems like everyone else. So that's the quick, simple explanation to how to clear the Becamex. So for all of you that are now ready to let go of the Becamex, so ye who are Becamex, ye is YE. So this is an old English word. It stands for, it means you, okay? So ye who are Becamex, who are you? Who will before that? 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 Who will all be in the future? You can now live. Right, wrong, good, bad, fun, power, just boys and beyonds. Okay, I'm saying the clearing statement because I sense there's an energy that can be cleared. That's why I use clearing statement, but it's optional. Okay, so ye who are Becamex, who are you? Who will before that? Who will before that? Who will before that? Who will before that? Who will you all be in the future? You can now live. Okay, so how is it for you all?
Wow. Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
what if I was the creator of that Becamex thing?
Yes. So at this moment, I'm still not sure because it's very new information. Either we created it or we invited them. Okay, and
but if I'm getting the awareness that I was part of the creation of it, how do I clear that for everyone? For me and for everyone. like the, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. That's a bit more complicated for this call. So,
Yeah, okay, so maybe I'll hire you privately for that one. Thank you.
Okay, I need to do a few more clearings for the Becamex. I didn't know that I want to talk about the Becamex, so damn, you make me do this. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, an entity is talking to you through me because I just had a coin fall out of nowhere. I don't even know where this came from. But look at it. It's from Paris.
From what?
Paris.
No, I cannot get that word.
Paris. Cathedral. The Cathedral of Notre Dame de Paris. Someone's inviting you to go there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
It says via Torres. Yeah, I'll send this to you somehow.
Thank you. I'm still trying to get the Becamex clearing. It's okay. Never mind. I cannot find that now. But it's something like this. So everything that you can be or do for your body and with your body that you didn't be or do for your body and with your body because the Becamex were doing it for you, were handling it for you. We'll now please destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and power, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that, well, everywhere that you let Becamex took over your life, to run your life, and you were not in control of any of that. So how many things in your life that you do not desire to have were chosen and created by the Becamex of this thing? Will you please destroy and create all of that? Right, wrong, good and bad, power and power, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So there are some people that created really crappy relationship and they have no idea why. So the Becamex is like an entity. So it's an entity. So the Becamex would choose something again and again and again. This is why people repeat their behaviors or their patterns. Okay, so everything that were created by the Becamex that you no longer desire or need, you will now destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and power, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So now, all of you now who have let go of the Becamex, now there's one question that you need to ask every day. So, okay, let me. Can you type it out? So I will read it, and then if you can type it out, that would be good. Or maybe you can send it out later. So, what energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be to create with your body with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion will destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what do I mean by that? Because previously the Becamex, we thought the Becamex was our body. So but it puts everything on autopilot, and then a lot of things that we do, we never really ask our body. We just ignore our body. Now, when the Becamex is gone, you now have to be in charge. You now have to learn how to choose and how to create with your body. Okay, so ask this question every day. So what energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be to create with your body with total ease? Everything doesn't allow that times a godzillion will destroy and create. Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So a lot of people will have all kinds of things change. Some people, they suddenly feel like, I'm not sure what to do now. I'm not sure what to do next. I feel like, okay, actually, yesterday I did a class about Becamex for a specific teleclass, 1 hour all about Becamex. Now you're getting it for free, some of it. So there are some people that they said they feel a lot more space. They feel like space, they feel good, but they are like, suddenly I don't know what to do. Why? Because your entire life, you have never really chosen anything for you. It's all the Becamex that was running your life. Now it's gone, and then you're like, I'm not sure what to do. So this is where and when you need to be in charge of your life by yourself, not letting any other entities to take charge of your life again. So this is the same with all other entities. So this is about talk to entities. There are some people that, you know, they have their own body, but they are not really in charge of their life. They have so many other entities or even demons that dominate their life like creating all kind of funny things in their life, disasters for their life, and they have no idea how to change. This is where they gave up their power. They are not willing to live their life, and they let another being, another entity, to be something for them or do something for them. So with this class, with this class, the Talk to Entities, you will learn how to clear the entities and be in charge of your life again. So from the surface, it looks like, okay, I'm learning how to talk to ghosts. Okay, it may sound fun to some people, but the benefit that you get is you will be a lot more in control of your own life, instead of letting some beings that you don't see or you don't perceive to affect you in ways that you didn't know. Okay? Cool. Oh, someone posted the clearing for Baker Max. Thank you. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. I wonder what our babies know about entities that we are not acknowledging. Yes, kids, babies, they always see entities. They perceive entities. So that's why when if you have children, if you have kids, sometimes you will see that they are like staring at one direction as if they are talking to someone. So, but because of this, they see the entity, but we don't see them. And then we think that they are having an imaginary friend. We think that they are just like crazy or what. So this is what happened. People that can perceive entities, they are being made wrong all the time. And then when the parents tell the kids, oh, there's no one there, there's nothing there, why are you looking at that? And when they buy into a point of view that there's no one there, they cut off their awareness. They stop perceiving the entities or stop perceiving as much. So all of you who have cut off your ability to perceive entities, to be aware of entities, because someone else told you ghosts, entities, spirits are not real, you cannot see them, only certain people can see them, you're not supposed to see them, you're not supposed to talk to them, it's wrong to talk to them. Please destroy and create all of that now. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, cool. So the kids are smart, we are not as smart as them.
Can you unmute yourself? Ryan, there was a question up there about connecting with Archangel Michael. So to talk, which they asked to talk more about angels and entities and what the difference is. So
they are all entities. Entities is like the general term for all the spirits, ghosts, natural spirit like elves, fairies, or whatever. Can be including, can include the angels as well, whatever you call angels. So yeah, angel is a type of entity. And then angels, okay, in this reality, people always believe in angels. In Access or in Talk to Entities, we don't talk so much about angels. Why? Because that is not the most empowering concept. People that believe in angels, or our general perception about angels, is like they are like the messenger between us and the God. So what does that mean? It's like you cannot have direct communication with God. You need someone else in between, someone else that more powerful than you, more aware than you, that can communicate with God. Is that true? Not necessary.
No.
Not at all, I would say. So this is a big topic, but this is the brief information that I can give you for this class before I fry everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Ryan.
Cool. So
Ryan, a question. When I came out of coma, I was given like a prayer to pray to archangels. Does it mean I invited lots of entities to help me out of this period, to support me? And I prayed to them and asked for help?
Okay, you can definitely ask entities for contribution, for help. That's not a problem. Now, the thing is, not every entity is capable of helping you. Even though they are capable of helping you, it's their choice whether they want to help you or not. Okay, so let me tell you from Asia perspective, from Asian perspective. In Asian, we do a lot of things like that. We ask the entities to like help us to strike the lottery, to win money, to get all kind of creepy stuff. So, but there are some entities can be really dumb about money. They can be totally stupid with financial. Why are you asking a random entity that you don't even know who they are, what they are, to help you with your money situation? But if you have awareness, you will find out which entity can help you and if they are willing to help you or not, and can you receive them or not. Most people cannot receive entities because when you have so much fear, so much misconception, so much judgments about them, you just block them away. So it's like if you have a friend that judge you all the time, have so much point of view about you that it's not true, do you want to contribute to them? Or if you contribute to them, can they receive? So we have so many things about entities that are not true. If you can clear them, you will start to have more ease with entities. You will allow them to contribute to you. You have far greater life. Because if you exclude the entities, if you cannot receive from them, you are missing out a big part of this reality. Because whether you like it or not, they are everywhere. There are some that are waiting to contribute to you, whether about money or about health or anything else. Now, the thing is, if you just simply ask entities to help you, you might open the door for some random entities to come that might not be the most contributing to you, or they might have their own secret agenda or whatever. So, but if you function from awareness, then you will know which one can help you, and then you receive their help. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so one more question here from Sabrina from Malaysia. So it's almost near Hungry Ghost Festival. Okay. Ghost stories are in full force in social media in Malaysia. This is something very uniquely Chinese, I would say. So Chinese can be, I'm Chinese, but I think Chinese are really insane. You know, we have one whole month that we celebrate the ghosts. Okay. Does it sound insane to you all? So the belief the belief is that during, okay, so they are, what they normally believe, I say they because I'm not one of them, okay, is that the ghosts, they are in another realm, maybe they are in hell or somewhere else, and during this specific month, the door open so that all the ghosts or the spirits, they can come out, and then we call them the hungry ghosts because they have been so hungry for a year. Is this crazy? So during this month, because everyone believes that this is the time that all the ghosts come out, suddenly there are a lot more crazy stuff happen all over the world, not over the Chinese world. So suddenly people see ghosts, suddenly there are a lot more things like accident, and then they blame it all on the entities. They're like, oh, because of the entities, and then now I get involved in accident, and then this bad thing happened, that bad thing happened. Again, this is total bullshit, okay? This is fucking bullshit. If you see, when you die, when you no longer have a body, do you want to be treated this way? Do you want people to blame everything on you? You don't. So now if you have this correct information, this proper education, we might change the world. Now, if more and more people have the correct information, there will be less and less stupid people, hopefully. Then people don't spread all this negative stuff, all these fears. So like in Malaysia, there are many people, they will say, oh, please don't go out at night during this month, okay, because there are ghosts everywhere. I was like, oh no, what are you talking about? So this is how insane the Chinese culture is. But this is not about against the Chinese culture. I'm sure every culture has their own unique insanity, unique madness. So yeah, just to give you some funny information. I find it very entertaining.
Ryan, I think Kimberly has a question.
Yeah, I saw someone raise their hand. So Kimberly, do you want to speak? Or you just accidentally press the button? Nothing from her.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Lorraine, do you want to ask about the dark
Okay.
and light one?
No, no. No.
Okay. My question about this is there's a point of view sometimes that there's dark spirits and light spirits.
Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm. So I think you kind of touched on it a bit earlier with the whole thing of like a spirit is just energy, and if we don't make it more powerful than us, then they kind of can't be dark, I guess.
Yes.
So can you talk some more about that?
Okay, so first of all, they are all entities. There are entities that are bad, and there are some entities that you might call them dark entities or dark energy or whatever. So they might have the job to maintain unconsciousness, maintain anti-consciousness. So they are more interested in creating problems, which is same like people. There are people that are just interested to give you a lot more troubles. And there are some people that are very contributing. So yes, there are entities, usually they are demons that create all this stuff. And then on the other side, there are beings that are totally support consciousness. We call them the beings of light. So they are here to create more consciousness. They will contribute to you if you ask. So now, again, if you cannot receive them, if you don't have correct information, if you don't have awareness, the demons, they might trick you to make you think that they are the angels, they are the beings of light or whatever. And if you believe them, if you buy into their lies, then you let them affect you or control you. Ultimately, they would want to dominate you. So this is why the awareness is very important. And if you can communicate with them, you can ask the beings of light to help you. So for example, with this class, with this Zoom class and my upcoming classes, I'm asking the beings of light or whatever beings that truly support consciousness to help co-create this class. So maybe that's why you all suddenly like woke up in the morning or whatever time and then like, oh, I need to do this class. Maybe.
Thank you, conscious entities.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Ryan. That's lovely. Because there's been a couple of instances lately with people in being portals. And one of those people was sort of, somebody else's opinion was that they like to play with the dark entities. And I was like, I think I might ask Ryan about that.
Well, so we have a lot of past life. We have done any and all sort of crazy stuff. So some people, they might play with demons or whatever dark energies in the past, but that's in the past. Now, if you choose, you will make a new choice. If you choose to be more conscious, more aware, things get better. So I'm sure most of you have chosen that to whatever degree. That's why you are here. You are looking for more consciousness, more awareness, more tools to change your life to create a better world. But then there are things from our past that sometimes we need to clear them. So, okay, I can actually clear that. I can clear that. So, how many? No. So everywhere that you have devoted your life to the so-called dark side, the dark, everywhere that you think those dark energies are more powerful than you and you need them, and that's how you can create something for you. And everything that doesn't allow you to just make it, to make a new choice, to clear all of those things. We're now destroy and clear all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pop, all nice, just boys and beyonds. Okay. Cool. Wow. Wow. So, wow, again. How many feelings are you using to create the dark energy that you thought you need, you must have, are you choosing? Everything that is times a gazillion, we destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pop, all nice, shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, sorry, I'm bad. I'm not supposed to do a clearing process like this. How many feelings are you using to create the dark energies that you thought you cannot live without them? Are you choosing? Everything that is times a gazillion, we destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, plug and pot, all nice, shots, boys and beyonds. Wow. How many feelings are you using to create the dark energies that, the dark energies that you love to play with? Are you choosing? Everything that is times a gazillion, we destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, plug and pot, all nice, shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, someone said that didn't read at all. Well, it may not read for everyone. Of course, not everyone have the same background. Okay, so if it doesn't read for you, good. Okay, so how many feelings are you using to create the dark energies that you thought you need and the dark energies that you love to play with for whatever reason are you choosing? Everything there is times a gazillion with this and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot. Oh, nice. Voice. Oh, I thought she was true. Okay. I'm so fried. So will you all now please make a new choice, a more conscious choice for you, not for anyone else, for you. Because when you play with all these energies, dark energies or whatever, what do you think it creates? Does it create more for you? So everywhere that, everything, no. What? Okay, what energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be? To choose more consciousness each and every day from now on, for eternity. Everything doesn't allow that, times a gazillion will destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, plug and pot, all nice, spoils and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be? To always choose more consciousness, create more consciousness for you and for everyone and for the whole world with total ease. Everything that doesn't allow that times a gazillion will destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, plug and pot, all nine short spoils and beyonds. Wow, I so love this. What energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be? Can you imagine? So if from now onward, every day you are being more conscious, even just 0.00001% more conscious every day, what will your life be like in 5 years? Will you have more problems in your life, or will you have more possibilities, more joy, more ease, more glory? So everything that doesn't allow that, will please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine short spoils and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be? To always choose more consciousness each and every day and every moment of your life for eternity. With total ease. Everything doesn't allow it times a gazillion will destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine short spoils and beyonds. Getting a little bit lighter, but not completely. So I will torture you a few more times in this clearing process. What energy, space, and consciousness can your body and you be? To always choose consciousness no matter what. No matter what other people choose, and no matter what you have done in the past, no matter what you have chosen in the past, will you now choose consciousness no matter what, all the time? Everything that doesn't allow that comes to gazillion, will destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all nine short spoils and beyonds. Cool. Thank you, everyone. So, wow. Okay, I think we have 2 more minutes. Yeah, so Juan, Lauren, do you want to say something? So, well, I can do it. So I have an upcoming class, talk to entities class in Australia in September. And I have one in Malaysia, sometimes end of this month. And I have some others. Oh, I have one in China in October. And I'm happy to go wherever I need to go. If you think that this can contribute to more people, let me know. If you can host a class for me, I would be happy to go anywhere. So yes, NYC, anyway. So, but for now, and Juan and Lawrence, they are the hosts for the TTD class, the amazing team. Yes, the amazing ladies. Because of them, we have this Zoom class, and thank you so much. So I'll let them tell you more about the class.
Thank you, everyone. Would you like to say something?
Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you. I'm so grateful to you, Ryan, for choosing to come to Adelaide. We've never actually had a Talk to the Entities class in Adelaide. So it's a really big deal for us here, not to put any significance on it at all. But it's a big deal, just saying. And to be honest, there's actually not that many Talk to the Entities classes done in Australia at all. So because, you know, Shannon's quite often off in other countries facilitating over there, and Max goes with her. I
think Max is also having one in Australia. I don't know which part of Australia. So
that's up in Queensland.
Yeah.
in Queensland, Brisbane on the 25th of August.
So, yeah.
But yeah, they don't often happen here. It just we're just so very lucky to have Ryan coming over to Adelaide. So yeah.
How did you guys get so lucky? How did you get so lucky?
Like, we kept pulling.
No, they
I
might
think you
regret after that.
created it. You magical beings created it. Full of shit luck. That's not luck. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your contribution. Even though you haven't asked any question or whatever, your energy is a contribution. Your willingness to go further, to change, it creates a lot more for everyone. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm going to enjoy my life in Spain for a few more days. Bye-bye.